Hi everyone! It seems like ages since we've had just an informal chat on the channel, so I thought it was time for a subscriber video. Now there's been an awful lot going on over the last few months with all the AMD launches and the graphics card launches and X299, which I know there's still a lot of hatred about, but oh god, deal with it. You know, people have been saying to me about why are you bothering with X299? Well, if I didn't, I'd be biased. Just like if I didn't do Ryzen or I didn't do Threadripper, it could be seen as being biased. So I try to mix up and do a bit of everything. Anyway, so there has been a lot of fun and frolics on the Tiny Tom Logan Facebook page because I did get sent the Cooler Master H500P and the C700P, C is in Cosmos, and I got them quite early. Now the NDA for this, not little beaut, but this beaut is the 28th of October, which is actually the day after I get back from EGX, but I'll talk to you about that in a minute. And then the H500P is the 10th of October. Now I do have both, and they have both been featured on the Tiny Tom Logan Facebook page because there was some weird NDA language written in that I wasn't allowed to feature them on YouTube at all. It's all right because it's not built. There are weird clauses in it. Anyway, so the H500P is fully built. It's got a Rampage Extreme in it, the 10 cores in it, graphics cards, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, that's all been fully built, and that's because it's actually on its way to EGX and it's going to be on the PC specialist stand. Cooler Master didn't have many of them. They had 2 of each of these cases for the media for the launch. And they said to me, would I be able to bosh some stuff together so that they could show it off on, because they're working with PC Specialist at EGX, would I be able to put that together so that they could show it off? So that's the reason why it's been built way ahead of time and it's already gone and left. I just have to hope that the glass doesn't get broken when the couriers start playing rugby with it off the back of the truck. I'm not going to be happy if it doesn't. But anyway, so EGX, I am going to be at EGX. Now I'm going to be doing build workshops, so custom PC build workshops and overclocking workshops as well. So if you're going to be at EGX, you just need to come and find me in the ESL arena, and I'm there doing it with Asus and Intel. Now I know a lot of people are going to go, Asus and Intel, and to be honest with you, if AMD had asked, I would have been there, but I don't think they're going to have a huge presence at the event. I'm going to go around and look to see if I can find an AMD area or an AMD zone or an e-tailer that's got some massive AMD bits, but it's not something that I've seen a lot of. Now that is something, like I said, I'm going to go and look around for it because this is all the stuff that I've got packed. But I'm just trying to explain to you, because unless you go to shows, sometimes, you know, sitting at home, it can be easy to go, oh, it's Intel. But at the end of the day, someone asked, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to, because the main reason for me going is it makes a change to get out of the office, but also it means I have a way to come and interact with you guys that are at those events. So that for me is the most important thing. And if someone's willing to pay my travel and my hotel fees and feed me with the amount of steak that I require, then I'm more than happy to go and do that. So I'm going to be going and doing those workshops. It's not the first time I've done it. I've done them at the DreamHack UK event before, and we did them at the PC Gamer Weekender as well. So we've got a format that we're going to try and stick to, but if you are going, you can come and sign up. I think we're doing 2 build workshops and 2 overclocking workshops a day over the 4 days. So I'm likely to lose my voice because, let's face it, I can talk the hind legs off a donkey. But I'm actually quite looking forward to it, because it's been a while since I've done a show as well, because this year I've been pretty much just absolutely hemmed in focus on trying to get as much benching done as I possibly can do to make the reviews. And it does take a lot longer than you may think, especially now that just my VRM testing is taking me like 3 hours. Hang on, no, because we do, well, yeah, about 3 hours just to do the VRMs because of how many different programs that I run to put different levels of load on. Now, this pile here that we've got at the moment is literally just some of the stuff that I have to take to do the filming. Now I obviously need to take my camera, which has got the mic pack on the top, and I've got a mic pack here as well, because I do radio. So I've got that. I've also got my XLR lead, and I've got a proper handheld Sennheiser here in case I start running into some frequency issues at the event, because obviously sharing frequency, you can get interference and all that sort of stuff. But I've also got 3 motherboards here that I need to take with me, because for the overclocking side of the workshops, amazingly, Asus were like, we haven't got many in stock. So I was like, well, I'm that idiot that does keep hold of them. So I've taken them out of boxes. These, I've got 3 boards that need to go. So we've got the Formula, the Hero and the Ranger. They all need to come with me, so that they're the overclocking ones. Although the PC build workshops, that's another, I think we've got 8 or 10 full complete systems that we're going to be running through. But we're going to be doing 7700K overclocking on this. But the great bit about it is the stuff that you'll learn, the basic manual overclocking basics, you can take away and easily use on your AMD system as well, because the actual processes are exactly the same. Then I've got other processors. I've got my Canon, what I call my selfie camera. This is like my vlogging camera, just because it's easy to take around with me. This will be if I want to do like a Facebook live stream, because it's got my phone doofer on it. I do have, there's loads of other stuff. I've got thermal paste to take with me, all my chargers, my batteries. These I have to take with me. These are just where we're doing the PC build workshops. We'll put the case screws in these. Thermal paste for the bit when I teach you how to mount the CPUs. Honestly, there's so much stuff that you have to take, it's nuts, and it's been a while since I've done it as well, so I'm likely to forget something. I've got batteries on charge everywhere, spare camera batteries. Anyway, right, so we are doing that. Then, when I finish that, I have to go from the show, which ends on Sunday night, but then we leave on Monday morning because we have to pack everything up. Then I have to go to Asus offices in the UK, because we've got the Intel launch coming up. Coffee Lake, and there's a couple of boards that they're not going to have samples of for review, but we get an early play with. So on the launch day, I get to say these aren't going to be available for a while, but here is 2 flagship boards, and I'm actually not allowed to say their names, but they are similar, well, the same sort of names that you will have seen from the old Z270 stuff. So you can think about that. One's the very overclocking board with the cuts out of it, and one on this generation had like the cover over the PCB. I don't know whether it's going to have it again, but they're the 2 from the last generation that I'm going to get an early hands-on and run some benches on and stuff. So it's the worst timing in the world, and then literally I come home and I have a pile of boards, literally a pile of boards off. We've got 8 here so far. So I have boards from Asus, MSI and Gigabyte. I have ASRock ones on the way as well. So I'm not sure how many complete full reviews I am going to do for launch, but I'm going to try and do one for all of them, and then I will do some previews and stuff which we will put on the Rush Kit channel. If you don't know what Rush Kit is my quick kind of zappy 5-minute, 6-minute video channel where I give you a preview of stuff that you're going to see on the main channel coming up. So for argument's sake, I did a video the other week on the EVGA for the Win 3 hybrid graphics card, which I have completely tested, and I'm going to be working on it while I'm away at EGX in the evenings, as long as I don't get dragged off to too many like meals and parties and stuff afterwards. I know, feel sorry for me. But it's trying to cram it all in, as well as making sure I get enough sleep and feel okay in the mornings. It does take it out of you when you've been doing it literally like Wednesday to Wednesday. So we've got all of that coming up. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get the EVGA review up, especially with the video, because like I said, timing, and I've not been able to film it yet. And I've done all the testing though, so that's a really positive thing. The one thing I do have actually on the channel, well, it's hidden. I can see it, you can't yet. It's the 7980XE, which is the 18 core Intel behemoth. I have tested that. It is done. The review is complete. The video is uploaded. You just can't see it. If you want to sit there on YouTube trying to work out what it might be, because you know you get the little random codes at the end, you could go through and possibly find it. If you were, you'd have to be really flipping like full on looking for it, but it is there. So I've got that ready, and that's because obviously I'm going to be away when the NDA lifts, which is next Monday. So when the NDA lifts, I need to get some Wi-Fi for an hour, put it all live, do all my social media stuff. But on Monday, that is there ready and waiting for you. Now, I'm not allowed to give you any hints or anything like that, but yeah, I'm not going to. You can wait and see. Will it be fast? Will it overclock? Will the VRMs melt? Will the processor melt? Only time will tell. Anyway, so we've got a lot coming up. Big cases are coming back. I mean, this thing is absolutely crackers. It's enormous. Feels like, you know, a cat should appear out of here now. I really need a kitty. So yes, and the other stuff. Oh, the other stuff. So I've been doing some TTL live streams on the old Facebook page. I've not worked out why we can't get 720p when I'm live. I think it's because I'm trying to use my phone. But I have some OC3D headphone stands and coasters that we need to find a fun way to give away. We may do one of those ones where I'll give you 20 million ways to enter, and you can pick the one that you want to do. Maybe we'll do like a website treasure hunt, and we'll do a really easy way to enter. But someone that follows me on Instagram made this for me, and if you have a look, it has actually got a laser etched version of my face in it. Now, I didn't ask him to put my face in it. I'm not that vain, but you can tell it's me because of the wrinkly forehead. And anyway, and we've got these totally over-engineered coasters that I actually got power of them to make these for me. There aren't very many of them, so I might give away like 5 sets. I don't know. And something else that keeps coming up is people are always asking me what laptop I use, because obviously people are like, oh, it's got to use Nathan's one. Well, I bought a long time ago. You can see how well used it is. I need to give it a clean. Anyway, I used the XPS 15, and I bought it basically because it's built like a tank. It's machined aluminium, carbon fibre. I think this is a man's laptop. I love it. Anyway, so that's something else that I've got with me to take away. It's probably going to be, I think I bought it to render videos on for shows. And I've not done any shows since I bought it, but I'm going to try this time. And this is the other thing that I wanted to say is, do you want to see me messing around at EGX? Because I could take the old spastic camera around and do some vlogging. I could vlog on the way up there. There's a couple of little ideas that I've had for going and annoying people. And that's one of the reasons why I have a load of elastic bands saved, and I'm taking my zip ties. And I have a specific member of the vendor community. They work for one of the companies that I know kind of well, and I want to go and annoy him massively over the weekend. So if I can get away with it enough, it'd be one of those things where I do a little montage about me literally just winding him up. But it's probably going to ending up being a war, and it could get interesting. I don't know. I've never been able to do stuff like that before, because obviously I don't take a cameraman with me. I don't have a team of people following me around to film me, so it can be kind of difficult trying to run around an event when I've got to do it on my own. But anyway, so it's been a little bit of a chat. You know, there's a couple of NDAs coming up where we've got 2 cases. We've got the new CPUs coming up. I genuinely need like a holiday, like a proper holiday, because even when I had my last holiday, I don't know whether you know, because I did say about this on one of the live streams, when we had the Threadripper NDA, I was away and had to go and find some Wi-Fi in a pub so I could put the Threadripper review live. I was 3 days late even going away because I had the Threadripper to bench, so everybody else had gone on ahead and I had to fly out, catch up. It was a nightmare. And then when I'm putting the review live, AMD then turned around to me and went, oh yeah, we forgot to tell you, but Vega's on your doorstep. And I'm like, yeah, brilliant. I'm in Guernsey. What the chuff am I meant to do with that? I had to get someone to go into my flat, put the parcel in, Yeah, if only, let's see, you think it's so glamorous and simple when all it is parcels arriving, needs benching, which I'm not being funny, you don't get to play games with your mates and enjoy them. You literally just do a run on the games or a benchmark and yeah. Yeah, feel sorry for me. Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, so that's what my life has been like for the last few weeks, and the next few weeks are going to be mental as well, because like I said, we've got the show and we've got lots and lots of Coffee Lake testing to do. I don't even know what motherboard I'm meant to do the initial CPU testing on yet, because I've not got the A, and I always like to use the A because it's a really nice baseline. I'm going to have to throw a paddy because it's that's literally just dawned on me. Anyway, we have several boards with Strix written on. We have some boards with X written on, which means 10. We've got some 7 ones. We've got some ultra gaming ones. We've got some. There's one that's apparently godlike. So there's a few of them, and then I've also got like an ITX one coming from ASRock. They did tell me about the other one that's coming, but I can't remember. We only talked about it today, but my brain, literally, I've not packed. Yeah, I haven't even sorted out the clothes that I'm taking. But anyway, enough with all of this. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these videos. I've not done a subscriber video for such a long time, but it's because I've been concentrating on getting you the content out rather than chit-chatty stuff. But we have a good chance to get a few of the more random personal stuff going on at shows, that sort of thing, going on over the next week. So if you would like to see those, I'm going to be looking at the comments, as I always do, because I read every comment that goes on to the videos, good and bad. So yes, I would love to hear back from you. I'm not going to chat or take any more of your time. If you don't follow Tiny Tom Logan on Facebook, you should do. We do have a presence on Instagram as well. That's all me. But the other thing is, if you're not on our forums, maybe you should be, because there's going to be stuff that we may be linking into the forums a lot more coming up. And that's also a really good way for you to be able to ask me questions directly, because you start a forum thread and then you not only get me helping you, because I will pop in and have a look, but you get the other forum members, and they are a really good chilled out group. There's no rows and stuff. Do you know what I mean? There's a bit of like different camps. So like the Intel and AMD people, there's a good bit of debates, but when it moves on past the debate, yeah, that's when the buckets of water comes out and we chill people out. But anyway, that's enough from me. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts about all the questions that I've had and all the information that I've given you. But for now...